Hello, my friends. I'm tired of this creation of war from NATO and Ukraine. Who in the right mind criticizes someone for killing civilians, but then it's okay when they choose to bomb a beach of civilians instead of military assets? Who in the right mind organizes a peace meeting in Switzerland and doesn't invite Russia to the table? How are you making any steps towards peace by talking to yourself? It's more like a war meeting, actually, and war never changes. It's always the poor people dying and sent to the meat grinder for some ego contest of the world leaders. It was like this in World War II, where not only the Germans bombed civilians, but also the Allies bombed German civilians. The Allied strategic bombing of Germany during World War II involved British and US bomber planes attacking industrial cities, factories, railways, airfields, and dams. Over 600,000 civilians died as a consequence. But you don't hear much talking about that, do you? You only hear that the Germans were bad and the Allies were heroes. In World War I, both sides of the war lost over 3 million civilians. In medieval times, they just directly pillaged and raped you without any side claiming that they want to protect civilians or human rights. At least they were honest back then. Now it's straight up lying. That we are the saviors of the world, Russia is evil, but yeah, it's okay, we can bomb innocent people at the beach, it doesn't matter. At least in the ancient Roman times, a soldier from the legion would be promised and given a good land and a nice paycheck at the end of the campaign, but I don't know what the veterans of World War II got.
Вони мене кидають як собаку дворову.
А можете назвати, де ви служили?
Я у 17 років попав у засаду німців. Я був у партизанському отраді, командир партизанського.
We say we are so civilized now and are so for human rights, but the only thing that we are actually doing is being good at sounding like we care, completely lying about what we say and nobody bothering to check if we lie or not. I work in tourism, and trust me, I've seen many rich Ukrainians who manage to bypass the draft and come here to Romania where they enjoy our ski resorts and don't care about the many poor Ukrainians that are literally grabbed from the sidewalks, tossed in a van and sent to the front line. I'm not a big Russian fan in case you think I am paid to offer Russian propaganda. In fact, I grew up not liking the Russian system. And I don't think Vladimir Putin is such a good Orthodox Christian after bombing all these cities and having so many people die. I mean, what happened to thou shall not kill? I don't think this self-defense is justified. A full-on invasion is a bit much. But at the same time, how do you deal when your country is literally surrounded by NATO bases, and how do you deal with someone who lied to you that they won't put bases in Ukraine, and then they did exactly that? That's not fair either. Nothing is fair, and we suffered for it. They are killing Slav Christians, and somehow I know this makes someone very happy. If we don't stop this escalation of war, we might all be sent to the meat grinder soon. We will be playing Stalker in real life, and there is no respawn. NATO doesn't look like they want to stop anything, since they organized peace summits where they endorse only the requests of Ukraine. And then immediately after, a beach with civilians is cluster bombed. How is that going to lead to peace? This only leads to us going to websites like nuclearsecrecy.com/nuke map to see how the nuke radius will affect your location depending on where it's fired. So what do I have to say at the end of this short video? Well, unfortunately the only thing we have control over is our spirit. At least get your spirit right before you meet with God. Try to balance things with your friends and family so at least you get on the other side with a clear conscience. Refuse the draft. I'll be going to live in the forest before I accept to be sent in a war that isn't mine. Just eat mushrooms and edible leaves. This war is not mine, I repeat, and it's not yours either. This is Vostok Vlad, signing out.